Welcome to the 2005 offseason. This year, we don't really have too many administrative changes or new teams, so we're going to jump right into it. And we start with the coaching carousel, and you'll see that we have three really good coaches that our contracts are up. And basically, I don't see much happening here because I believe the teams are going to want to keep them. And so we'll see. D. Wilson from Butler, M. Knowles from Notre Dame, and P. Howard, two-time national champion from Valparaiso. Their contracts are all up. You can see P. Howard has had a up and down career, two national championships, but actually a losing record of 12 and 13. Very kind of spotty at best. 100% Valpo is going to want to keep P. Howard, so I'm going to give them the 6.54. P. Howard, he might actually want to maybe try to get to a bigger school because Valpo is kind of small. So I'm going to say he's only going to stay on a 3. And he hits the 4, so he will stay. 6.54, Valpo stays. And for the contract, he'll roll a 5, which will be a 4-year contract. Next, we look at M. Knowles from Notre Dame. He also has won a national championship. He's held this 9 1-1 home record, which is unbelievable. Really an overachiever. He's a 4-4, but he just seems to keep producing really, really good teams. And with that in mind, Notre Dame will give him 6.54. And I actually think Knowles is probably going to be happy at Notre Dame. So he's going to take both of his points. So he's going to take 3 and 2. And so really the only way he's walking away from Notre Dame is if a 1 is rolled. And it is not. Notre Dame will keep him. And they will sign a contract for 2 years. So Knowles is safe for another 2 years. And just as I kind of thought that was going to happen, the first two coaches are going to stay with their alma mater. All right, next, Butler, D. Wilson, another 10-10. He's really turning the program around. Butler's kind of been the underdog. With that in mind, I think Butler will go 6.54. Wilson will want to stay 3-2. Only way he's leaving is with the roll of a 1. And he hits a 6, so he'll stay. And as for his contract, he'll hit a 2, so he'll be there for 2 more years. So everybody kind of stays put as expected. And now when we look at the contracts, we see that the longest 2 contracts are Valpo and Keaton at 3. So we're going to have a lot more coaching changes coming up in the next 2 years. All right, so next we go to the coach updates. And first we roll for F. Lynn. And because he's available, has no job, that is a retirement star. That is his 3rd retirement star. So Fred Lynn gives up. Bye-bye. No more Fred Lynn on that one. Next, we'll go to Keaton. Keaton rolls a 1, which is a minus on the coaching skill. So now he's 6-6. Still the best coach out there. Next, for D. Wilson. And he gets a retirement star. Fresh off the contract, he's getting tired. M. Knowles. He hits a 6, so +1 on coaching, so now he's a 5-4. Bach. He'll lose 1 of his recruit, so he'll be a 0-5. The only thing he's good at, and he's getting worse at it. For Kentucky, D. Fitz. Oh, he's going to lose a coaching skill, so now he's a 2-6. Mills with Tennessee. He will add 1 on his recruit, so he's a 6. So that's the 3rd 6 in recruiting. It is tough recruiting on that trail right now. And then Bergerston, after his first year, he got pretty tired from that, so he'll get his 1st retirement star. And last but not least, we go to P. Howard from Valparaiso, and he'll lose 1 recruiting. So now we have 3 5-4s. It's really kind of strange how these coaches are all kind of coming similar. Everybody just has 1 retirement star except for Bach. A lot of 5-4s, 2 6s. Really kind of unique how these coaches are aligning. Usually we see them all going in different directions. All right, so moving on. The next step is the player updates. Indiana loses 13. That's killer. 2 seniors. Those are the 2 freshmen that have just been killing it. So that's unfortunate. And as you can see, everybody else is kind of in the same way. Purdue and Notre Dame both went up 4. Everybody else kind of just lost a few points. And so now we get to recruiting. where we can see that we have 8 new players, 1 F6, a couple F5s, and 3 F4s. Recruiting pool is up to 40, so let's get going. Indiana lands the F1. Tennessee with an F3. Notre Dame gets the first F4. Notre Dame gets the second F4. Valpo with the third F4. Here we get to the big ones with the F5s. And Michigan will land the first one. Notre Dame gets another F5. That's their third and lands the F6. So that's unbelievable. You can really see Notre Dame cleaned up. Biggest surprise is a lack of Indiana. Only one and no Butler. So let's see how it plays out. First, the F6. Notre Dame does not need a player, but you're not going to turn down F6. So they will get rid of their sophomore 3. And looking at this, Notre Dame looks really strong going into the 2006 season. Notre Dame with their F5 will not take it. It'll pass to Kentucky. Kentucky does need him. They'll take it. Next, Michigan. They have an F5. They have an empty spot. So not bad. Box recruiting is paying off. Valpo with the F4. P. Howard gets what he needs. F4. Notre Dame with the F4. Not going to take it. Can Michigan use it? F4. Michigan can use it. They're going to put him on there. Notre Dame with another F4. We know they can't use it. Can Michigan use it? Notre Dame doesn't want it. Michigan doesn't want it. So it goes to the team with the best record over the last 2 seasons. We all know who that is. That is Indiana. And they desperately needed that F4, so that helps. Next, F3 for Tennessee. They need it. And the last recruit, Indiana, with an F1. They sneak in their last one. And that means Butler is going to get an F0, the first one in history. There's not enough recruits, and they're the last ones on the totem pole, so D. Wilson has to get a walk-on. There's no new teams, and so we're just going to go to the new totals, and voila. There they are, the new totals. And what's interesting here is Notre Dame and Kentucky have leapfrogged everybody else and are now the best 2 teams. Kentucky was the second best team last year, so that's no surprise there. Notre Dame, M. Knowles went up 1. They had a great recruiting year. They look poised to be pretty good for a long time. I expect Kentucky to continue. They've got a big senior 9 this year, so they might drop a little after next year, but their recruiting has been really good. And then Indiana, don't count them out. Yeah, they're 24, with Butler being 24. But really, when you look at it, Indiana has a strong home field advantage of 3 points, and that really could make a big difference. So there you have it. That's the new numbers. I'm excited to see what happens. I feel like Indiana, Notre Dame, and Kentucky all have a legitimate chance at the title. It'll all come down to the games. So look forward to seeing you for the 2006 season. Thanks for watching.